Oh, boy. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right. Ugh. Hi. Hello. Hello. Hi, guys. How are you doing today? Gavin. Hello. Everybody, welcome in. Welcome in. Hi. Welcome. 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 Hey. What's up, Monica? What's up, Brindy? Hello from Portland, Oregon. Good. Good. I totally forgot my fan because it is hot as balls in here. Hello, Kat. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it might be for y'all, because I know sometimes we can reach around the fucking world. How crazy is that shit? Hi from Houston, from San Diego. Hello, hello. Only joined so I can unfollow. Forgot I was. And get the fuck out of here, Dragon. Nobody gives a shit. My tea for tea time. I live in Texas too, so that's pretty cool. Hell yeah, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, bye, bitch. Like, ain't nobody looking. I'm leaving. I don't give a fuck. This isn't a goddamn airport. You don't need to announce your departure, you fucker. Hello from Scotland. What's up, Scotland? Hello, hello, hello. Hi, guys. Welcome. No tea time. I just figured I'd come on and show you guys that I'm still alive. Let's just finish it out. There you go, Kat. Well done, Kat. So you guys good? You guys living good? Y'all good? Also from Texas. I'm good, dude. The Lord's work. Yes. From Scotland. Nice. All right. Welcome, welcome. Oklahoma in the house. How you doing, bro? I'm doing well. Why don't you get on TikTok anymore? I'm on TikTok all the time. What are you talking? Not really. Oh, I'm sorry. San Antonio there. All right. Iowa. Doing all right. Good. I'm so glad to hear that. Yeah, I'm on TikTok all the time. It's just the over on TikTok, it like really stunts my views. I don't know why they do it. They just fucking do it. Hello. All right. Why do you cry about Charlie Kirk but don't cry about all the kids in Gaza? Oh my God. I knew some stupid ass kind of fucked up question like that was going to come in. It's okay. Leave them, mods. Leave them. I want to get rid of this fucker, though. Daily dose of dopamine. Get rid of that sick fuck. Yeah, Kat, go ahead. Thank you. So, how... Okay, so let me put it this way. Because this is the dumbest thing, the dumbest comparison, the dumbest talking fucking point that I have ever heard that somebody said that people use as a goddamn argument. All right, buddy. Tell me all the names of the kids in school. In all of the school shootings, name the kids. Name them. Oh, yeah, now we got to go to Google real fast now, don't we? Name the kids, bro. See, you pretend like you give a fuck. You pretend that you fucking care. You are just hollering out bullshit that other social media content creators are telling you to say when somebody brings up that Charlie Kirk's death was fucked up and how it fucked them up and everything. Oh, what about the kids in Gaza? Name those fucking kids in Gaza. Name all the kids in the fucking school shootings. Name them, fuckface. No, you can't. You want to know why? Because you truly do not give a flying fuck. You are using them as a talking point. You disgrace those kids. We over here, nobody said that those kids didn't matter as much as Charlie Kirk. Nobody has fucking said that. What we're saying is that is very, very, very sad. That should not be happening. That kills a piece of our soul a little bit. That really sucks. And then you see somebody like Charlie Kirk get fucking assassinated, And then people are like, what the fuck? And freaking out about it and everything because they fucking felt like they knew the guy. They admired him. They watched him every fucking day on their videos. How many of you motherfuckers would cry if you found out that your favorite celebrity kicked the fucking bucket? How many of you dumbass motherfuckers cried because Michael Jackson passed away? How many of you motherfuckers cried when Heath Ledger passed away? How many of you motherfuckers cried when all these other celebrities passed? And nobody came to you being like, ha 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 ha, Michael fucking Jackson, ha ha, oh, he's touching little boys in hell now, right? Right? How many of did you see that shit? None. None. So you are using the death of children in order to push a point, which makes you the foul, low-life scum of the goddamn earth. Because you can't tell me their names. You can't tell me what town in Gaza, what school in Gaza, what kids lived where, who his parents are, who their parents are, any of that shit. It is a fucking talking point to you fucking morons, and it's disgusting fucking behavior. So don't give me that fucking bullshit. And there's the other idiot. There's the other fucking idiot. Oh, what about the 2 Democratic people who passed? Did you know their fucking names before they passed? Did you know who they were before they were taken out? No? No, you didn't admire them. You didn't follow them on social media. You didn't love their work. You didn't even fucking know who the fuck they are. There is a massive difference between people, millions and millions and millions of people watching somebody every single day, admiring them every single fucking day, watching them, loving them, feeling like they're part of something with them, and being like, oh, yeah, well, this is a talking point, because you disgrace these people's death by doing that shit. You disgrace their death. 100% you disgrace their death because they are no more. They were only useful to you. Their only use to you is saying, is them passing. That's their only fucking use to you. So don't give me that shit. Yeah, see, there goes AJ Myers. Can't come up with an intellectual difference or nothing like that, so he's got to be, oh, you cuts, you're gay. See, this is what I'm talking about. You have no retort for me. You can't win this. Their only use to you is their death. That's their only fucking use to you. So tell me again. Huh? That's what I thought. Sit your bitch ass down. Sit your bitch ass down. See, this is all you guys got now, insults, because you can't win. You can't beat me. You don't have the brain power to beat me. You know goddamn well. So hurl your little insults like the children that you fucking are, and just know that you lost to somebody who never even went to college. Another person who never went to college. Eat a dick. What hate did he spread? Hold on. What hate did he spread, Mr. Buddha? I want to know, what hate did he spread? What hate did Charlie Kirk spread? Hateful words. What hateful words did he spread? What hateful words did Charlie Kirk spread? Rodney, thank you. He oppressed the immigrant community by normalizing it. Normalizing what? Normalizing the immigrant community? Why don't you ask my wife, who is an immigrant in this country, by the way? Ask my wife if she gives a shit about Charlie Kirk, if she likes Charlie Kirk, if she followed Charlie Kirk, if she even knows who he is. She'll tell you, yes, she knows exactly who Charlie Kirk is. It was her, in fact, 2 years ago who brought Charlie Kirk to my attention. It's her, in fact, who just ordered a shitload of Turning Point America, Turning Point USA merch in remembrance of Charlie Kirk to have it shipped here to our house so I can have things and she could have things. My wife, who is literally a Mexican immigrant, came here the legal, proper way and shared his view that if you are here to drain our society, if you are here to fuck us over, if you're here to commit crimes, then we don't want you. If you want to do it the fucking legal way and do things right and help build this country up, we're here for you. We love you. There's my wife right there. Bum bum. Bum bum. Right there. Literally, my wife loved Charlie Kirk and still loves him. She's honoring him by, do you know how much money my wife has spent just to get some really cool, unique, fun items for us and some very memorable stuff for Charlie Kirk? I can't think of the fucking word right now. I'm so fucking pissed. My wife is one of the greatest people I fucking know, and she loves Charlie Kirk. And my wife immigrated here from Mexico the correct way, the proper way. My wife doesn't like illegals either. My wife hates illegals because it fucks her up. It messes her up. It gets into her emotional state because she's like, I did everything right. I did everything the way that I was supposed to do it. I did everything that I needed to do. And now these motherfuckers just get a free pass because some fucking president for 4 fucking years said, fuck it, open the fucking gate and let them all come through. Are you fucking kidding me? These people are going unchecked, uncharted. Nobody knows who the fuck they are, what the fuck they're doing. And then people want to whine and cry that crime rate is up. No fucking shit, asshole. You just let in all the fucking bad people without checking them, without doing anything. So when you sit here and you want to be like, you don't know shit about the world. You know nothing about the world. And you got little fucking tiny children in here are the only fucking people who agree with you because they think it's funny to mock death because they've never experienced death in their time. Those are by the way, the mentally fucking deranged people and children are the people who back you up. Just so you know. That's who. Says the idiot in his bedroom. I'm actually in my fucking office. With probably more than your actual fucking rent is in autographs. Probably more than your fucking rent is fish tank and more autographs. Yeah, bitch. Sit down, shut up. You ain't shit compared to me. I promise you that. So go sit down, go pull on your little pecker, because nobody wants to fucking touch it. Fucking Section 8 EBT having motherfucker. Oh, goddamn. No, you don't, Tim. Nobody believes you. Nobody believes you. Nobody believes you. So that is a thing that a lot of you guys are talking about. Okay. Why should we feel empathy for, hold on. Why should we feel empathy for Charlie when he told us that empathy doesn't exist? You can't feel empathy for Charlie. Have you been shot? No? Okay, then you can't feel empathy for Charlie. You don't know the fucking difference between empathy, the definitions between empathy and sympathy. Okay, because what Charlie Kirk said is, I don't believe in the word empathy because you can't truly feel what somebody else is feeling. You can't. It's made up. It's bullshit. But I like the word sympathy. You can sympathize with somebody. You can be like, wow, that really sucks. I'm so sorry. You can sympathize with somebody. Stop. Why do you guys, see, this is why you guys will lose and are going to continue to lose all the way through. For at least the next 20 to 30 years, you guys will not have a liberal sitting president. You won't. You won't have a Democratic president for at least the next 20 to 30 years. Period. Because you guys cannot think for yourself. You guys cannot go and do your own fucking research. You guys can't do shit. Because you're posting and your talking points are those people who show you this much of a goddamn clip when the clip is fucking this. He said he doesn't believe in the word empathy and that it's made up for political reasons and shit like that because you cannot truly feel what somebody else feels. People have feelings towards certain situations in many different ways. Okay, you cannot truly feel what they're going through. Somebody lost their mom. Well, I lost my mom too. I know how that feels. Okay, were you as close? Do you have the same exact memories? Do you have this? Do you have that? Do you have this, that, and the third? There are so many different X factors that can determine the amount of grief somebody's having, the way that this person is feeling. You can sympathize with them. You can sit there and be like, I get it. And I'm sympathizing with you. You cannot put yourself in their fucking shoes, not at that goddamn second. So there is a huge difference between empathy and sympathy. Charlie Kirk was all about sympathy. He said sympathy absolutely exists. And that's what he prefers to do because I cannot personally feel exactly what that person is feeling right now. I cannot do this. Us as human beings cannot feel exactly what he's feeling. Or that person is feeling. So no, you cannot have empathy for Charlie Kirk because you weren't shot and taken away from your family. So no, you can't have empathy. But what you can do, what the human thing to do, was have some sort of at least strand of sympathy, not to make fun of it, not to go and do stupid shit and say stupid shit online just to be cringy and then get fucking noticed by the wrong motherfuckers and then blame those motherfuckers for you losing your motherfucking job because you decided to post some shit on the internet. Literally trying to rage bait people. You want to rage bait people? And then when people give it right back to you, it's like, oh, here, let me take your rage bait, I'll multiply it, and fucking send it right back to you. And then oh, God, oh, that's bullshit, what about my freedom of speech? You exercise your freedom of speech, but so do we. When we decide to email your fucking bosses or call your fucking bosses, we exercise our freedom of speech. You put out a fucking video in the world for the public to see, and now the public is seeing it, and now you're getting backlash for it. Now you're the goddamn victim. Fuck you. That's not how that shit fucking works. Freedom of speech says you can't get arrested for it. You can't be charged criminally for it. None of you got criminally charged. You got your shit taken from you because your bosses share the same morality that basic humans with actual human emotions feel is like, this is unnecessary. Whatever side of the aisle you're on, whatever you're fucking saying, it doesn't matter whether you vote red or blue. This shit is not good. Gun violence needs to fucking end. This shit is fucking crazy. And then you going and mocking and making fun of it and everything, trying to rage bait people, and your bosses see it and they're like, yeah, fuck this guy. Or fuck this chick. Bye. Nobody can force your employers to fire you. Your employers fired you because they saw what the kind of devil, nasty, disgusting, vile human being you are. And people are like, oh, my business is going under. Well, yeah, you decided to post bullshit on the internet. People found out that you own your own business, and they're like, I'm going to let people know what kind of business you run, and I'm going to let people know what kind of person you are. So, tough shit. Y'all are starting to get really pissed and angry at conservatives, but then your business is failing, which would mean that conservatives were your most, the people who spent the most at your business, the people who you sold to, right? So maybe you don't piss off conservatives, and they won't boycott your bullshit. They won't boycott your business. They won't find where you work and be like, hey, just so you know, this is what your employee is doing online. Nobody can force you to lose your job. It's your job that decided, nope, we don't want to be associated with this person in any sort of way. Thank you. I'm not assaulting anybody's other free speech. Hold on, it's okay. John G. Fire Sound. How am I doing that? I'm just showing people's bosses what their free speech is doing. Is that bad? Oh my God, thank you so much, Kathy. Oh, Kathy, okay. How are we to sympathize with someone that personally called us to expect a sacrifice of gun violence every year in order to keep our rights? Explain that, please. You would like me to explain that? Because once again, you're watching a clip of what's going around on social media, because Charlie Kirk put it out perfectly. All right, hold on. What was your name? I'm so sorry. Kathy, stop driving your car, ma'am. Stop driving your car. Stop driving your car. Your car is, it's people with cars that are responsible for 50,000 deaths a year. Stop driving your car, ma'am. Because that was actually the exact example that Charlie Kirk also gave. He was just like, does it happen? Do bad people do bad shit that ends up taking the lives of people? Yes. And that is fucking terrible and it sucks, but that doesn't mean that we're supposed to now expect everyone to give up their shit. He maybe have worded it a little weird, I guess, but he's the boiling it down to basic education. That's what he was saying. It's like, yes, horrible people do horrible shit with these items, but that doesn't mean that we're supposed to give it up. It is the guns and everything is your Second Amendment is to fight back against a tyrannical government. Okay? It is for hunting, it's for protection and everything like that. But he also gave the examples like, let's ban cars then. Ban all cars. That would save 50,000 people every year. 50,000 people. So are we to expect that then, Kathy? Are you going to stop driving a car? Are you going to start demanding certain things for people to drive a car? We should have car control, no? I mean, gun control, car control, same shit, right? No, any asshole who can go and pass a quick little questionnaire and do a little testy drivey, they get a license. Because it is a sacrifice. You're painting it as like, oh, we're sacrificing them to the gods. It is a sacrifice. People are sacrificing so much by, yes, having a gun, by having a pool in their backyard. People are sacrificing other people by driving on the road like a jackass. It's the same shit. So when you boil it down to basic education so you can spoon feed it to people who maybe are not heavily invested in all this kind of extra stuff, you have to spoon feed it. And that's where I think Charlie was just kind of going too intellectually above too many, where he should be pulling it back. And he tried, he really did. It's not a sacrifice. He said, unfortunately, people die from gun violence. And that's unfortunate. Because of bad people doing bad shit. Okay? Just because there might be an asshole who drives like a dick and takes the life because of his poor driving or because he was drunk or whatever, he kills someone. How many of you are willing to be like, oh, time to give up our cars now? When you boil it down, what he was saying is these terrible things happen in the hands of terrible people, but we cannot just ban it just because bad people do bad things, because those people will still continue to do bad things. Does that make sense? If that doesn't make sense to you, I literally can't dumb it down more. If that doesn't make sense to you, then I literally cannot dumb it down anymore. And please, God, go seek some sort of wisdom. Get off your fucking phone. Stop listening to goddamn content creators who only have one idea in mind, who only have one prerogative in mind and one narrative in mind. And literally get on your laptops. Start searching statistics. What else are we going to get rid of? What else should we get rid of because it can contribute to the death of Americans? What else should we be getting rid of because it contributes death to Americans? Pools. We got to get rid of pools, guys. No more pools in your backyards. You are not allowed to have pools in your backyards. You're not allowed to have pools in apartment complexes and subdivision. No more pools, guys. No more swimming pools ever. Because people drown, guys. People drowned. The statistics that you bring in to your household by installing a pool, you raise your chances of drowning by having a pool in your backyard. Let's ban all pools. We're going to save so many people. You're no longer allowed to go swimming anywhere. We're going to save so many people, guys. We're going to save so many Americans by banning pools. Right? Exactly, Mandy. That's exactly what Charlie Kirk said. You know, he was just saying that you do not start giving up things because some people do terrible things. Study logic, bro. You need it. I just gave you logic. See, if that is all you can come back with, you lost. You lost. Exactly, Mr. Good Citizen. Exactly. You can make all the gun laws you fucking want. It does not preemptively make the criminals be like, well, maybe I need to fucking rethink this. Well, maybe I should fucking rethink this, guys. Because I just passed a new law saying that killing is bad. I'm not allowed to have a gun anymore. So, guys, you know all those people we just fucking murdered? We weren't even supposed to have these things. They banned them. Oh my God, we're so dumb. Let's go fucking tournament. Bitch, all you're doing is taking firearms out of the hands of people who want to defend their home. You're putting those people in harm's way. Now, now, hold on. Hold on. I might lose a few people on this point. I believe that if your child, 17 or younger, if your child has access to weapons and it's not put under lock and key and sealed up tight, your child grabs that gun and does travesty to a school, to somebody else, you, the parent, should be charged as well. Right? So I think Ryan, I believe his name is, what the fuck ever, wherever he got that gun from, if it wasn't locked up tight, should we be chasing down his pop or whatever, his grandpa, his dad, whoever the fuck it was? I don't know. But in my mind, if your child 17 or younger, they were not of age to own a firearm, 17 or younger, 16 or younger, depending on what state, 16 or younger, takes your firearm because you don't have it locked up tight and they go do horrible things with that firearm, that shit's on you. That shit's on you. And you can always say, oh, well, I wouldn't think my child would ever do such a thing. I taught my child to do this. I taught my child this and that and these morals and that morals. Nah, son, no. You didn't. You fucked them up. You decided to leave firearms around somebody who's not mentally stable. That's your bad too, homeboy. And you need to be charged. Negligence with a firearm. I don't know if that is an actual law or not, but that law should be negligence with a firearm. If somebody dies, you get an automatic 10. 10. Just because you were negligent and you didn't lock it up tight and your kids were able to get it. If somebody gets seriously hurt, that's 2 years. If your kid was seen with it without your supervision and they're doing some bad stuff, it's a year. That's my opinion. That is my opinion. Release the Epstein files. Fuck yeah, Miles. I'm right there with you. I am right there with you, Miles. Release those motherfucking files. It got everybody on fucking edge. Everybody wants to see that shit. I'm not one of these people who are like, oh, if Trump says it's not, there's nothing there, then there's nothing there. No, bullshit. I want to see it. I want to see the Epstein files as well. Trust. I want to see every fucking person on that goddamn thing. So what's that? The Epstein files? Some horrific shit. Yeah, absolutely, Joseph. Absolutely. I believe that the American people have the right to see that, yes. I mean, everything, just show it all. Like, even if there's nothing significant, as the president is claiming, even if there's nothing significant on that list, then release it. Just show it. Show all the files, even if people are like, oh, there's fucking nothing there. It's fucking whatevers. Cool. Do it, baby. Yeah, I mean, so if you get offended by something, who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? I get fucking rage baited all the time by fucking people in my goddamn comment section. Does that mean I get to go and take a fucking 30-06 to their fucking head? Who the fuck cares? Nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares. FBI warning. I don't give a fuck. Seriously, like, words are words, guys. If you don't want to listen to the guy speak, see, that was the other fucking thing. Like, oh, he's doing this. He's making college kids look stupid. He's forcing blah, 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 blah. He's not forcing shit. Do you guys understand that? He's not forcing shit. He literally got a little folding chair, got a little canopy, and he said, hey, come up to the mic if you would like, and let's talk. What a crazy fuck, right? What a terrible human being. He gave you a platform, he gave you an opportunity, and he gave you respect. That was the guy you were worried about. That was the guy you were worried about. That guy who gave you the chance, the opportunity, the everything. That was the fucking dude. Really? Nobody forced your ass to go up to a microphone. Nobody forced you to be on campus when he was talking. I mean, I don't understand. You know, I mean, that's what boggles my mind. There are people cheering and celebrating. It's like, tell me another person who literally gave his time to you guys, like Charlie Kirk did, gave his time to people who did not like him, gave his time to people who just want to prove him wrong. How does that make sense? That's the motherfucker you think is dangerous? A Christian man who literally had a folding chair and a microphone? That was the guy's? That was him? You know now that whole thing, that's gone. You know, I mean, the turning point is probably going to put somebody else out there, blah, 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 blah. But there was one Charlie Kirk. One and one only, Charlie Kirk. There's no guarantee that somebody's going to be kind and respectful and loving and engaging and all of this with you guys. You're going to get more of the same bullshit that you see all the time on social media now. People screaming over you, talking over you, trying to make you feel bad, throwing insults at you, all this other shit. That's what you guys are going to get now. You took the one motherfucker who was willing just to sit there, and the dude even put down his microphone. He would be talking, and then, oh, it's your turn to talk. And he would put down his microphone, and he would sit there, and he would listen until you were done before he responded. Y'all are fucking crazy. KV, I do not support Milo. He has said something in his past, just a few years ago, that a relationship between a 13-year-old and a grown man is not bad, and that's obviously bad. And the way that he tried to come back, and what he tweeted at Barack Obama, nah. If you like him, that's fine. I don't give a shit. But me, I personally don't support him. I used to, really. I loved Milo Yiannopoulos before all that shit started coming out. But now, nah. I get being a provocateur, and I get you're there just to ruffle feathers and shit like that, but there's some stuff that's like, well, how could you say such a thing? Thank you for your reasonable dialogue. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because everybody wants to blame the gun, right? Everybody wants to blame the gun. So I ask you this. Why are we blaming the end factor instead of the catalyst? Why are we blaming the end factor instead of blaming the catalyst? Number one cause of death by guns. What is it? Why are so many people killed by guns? The number one reason. Anybody? No, Jordan, we're not going to. Not inexperienced people. Yes, but why are people, what is the reason people are taking other people's lives with a gun? Mental health. There's always anything. Come on, guys. No. 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 Gang violence. Okay? Gang violence. That is the number one. That is the number one thing. Gang violence. Now, why is there gang violence? Why is there gang violence? Why are gangs shooting up each other? Ding, 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 ding. Old school. Old school's got it right. Drugs. Drugs. Power, control, money. It all goes back to drugs because that's how they get power, that's how they get control, and that's how they get money, right? Drugs. Who's peddling the most shit? Okay? That it's power, control, and whatever, money. Okay? That is the catalyst in drugs. Now, what is the catalyst for drugs coming in to the United States? It's not because the amount of drugs in the United States, I think it was like 90 some odd percent of it doesn't even get made here. Those drugs don't get made here. It comes across borders. Okay? It gets smuggled through borders. All the time it's smuggled through borders. So realistically, do we have a gun problem or do we have drug problem? If we want to boil it down to that, the most death by guns is due to gang violence or something of that nature, and it always comes back to drugs. Okay? Some people do self-delete a lot. Yeah. Self-delete is that's the number one way to self-delete, to kill yourself, is, but that is the number one. I mean, obviously there's wars and stuff, and I get that. I'm talking about the in the United States, the number one thing for gun violence is gang or drug-related gets-these-evens. Okay? Whether you're low-level, mid-level, top tier, doesn't matter. The power and control and the money and everything all stems from drugs. Who has the most, who's selling the most, who has the best. Okay, so do we have a gun problem or do we have a drug problem? Because I believe I truly believe if we are able to take drugs out of the factory, if we were able to stop it all somehow, some way, which is not going to ever happen, but if we are able to stop it all the drugs, everything, we got rid of them all, I think we would see such a huge decrease in gun violence that there would actually be a decrease in the amount of Americans who own guns. That is my opinion. I think if we were able to do that, if we were able to stop so many drugs and everything, I mean, I own about 10 guns, none of them have killed anyone. Right. I mean, absolutely. And I know it's like a really boiled down take and it's a very like dream take, but in my opinion, that's what I believe. I believe if we were able to stop all drugs, no drugs anywhere, nowheres, I believe that gun violence would go way down, and I believe that a lot more people would believe that they don't even need a gun anymore because they feel safe, that nobody's going to do anything crazy or wild. And I mean, you're not going to get rid of all the guns, you're not going to get rid of all the drugs. It's just not a feasible. It's a dreamland, right? Because it's just, it is truly amazing to see what people believe. Yeah, we absolutely, Alex. Common sense is a fucking problem. It's just, and from what I am seeing, is that we are validating people who are mentally ill. We are validating them, telling them to be themselves. Don't take these drugs. Don't take your medicine. You are who you are. Just be yourself. We're validating psychotics. But the truth of the matter is, some people need fucking medication. Okay? Believing that you're a fucking alien from outer space sent here on some sort of quest and you got to end human life force, you need medicine. If you believe you are the Archangel Michael, you need medicine. Stop validating these people with mental fucking illnesses. They need drugs. They need medication. I mean, some people they need medication. Their brain doesn't function properly, and we're sitting here telling them that it's okay. You are just who you are. You're allowed to be whatever you want to be. Just go out there and do it. What the fuck? Check maybe. I have no desire to fact check that, but there's some places like I believe also fucking Switzerland. If I remember correctly, Switzerland houses inmates in basically really nice, modernized fucking apartments. That's their jail. Like, crazy. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. Some people need medicine. Some people need drugs to be okay mentally. I'm not talking like, yeah, feel the goods all up in my body. No, I'm not talking about that kind of drugs. I'm talking about fucking medication. I mean, we are trying to ban guns instead of trying to get people on medication that they absolutely fucking need. That is wild. Adderall. Yeah. There's a lot of people who need Adderall. And we got drugs and stuff out there, like medications out there that nobody needs. You know, it's fucking crazy. Weed is legal and medical. Not here in the great state of Texas, it's not legal. It ain't legal here in Texas. You get caught with that Zaza, you're going to jail. It is not legal in Texas. It is not legal here in Texas at all. He's fine, thank you, gaming. Whew. So, I mean, it's like, would any doctor tell somebody anorexic, hey, it's okay, just don't eat. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't worry about eating. Be who you want to be. Any therapist, any good doctor being like, oh no, it's just who you are. It's your personality. Don't eat. You're withering away, but don't eat. No. Or are we going to tell bulimic people, don't worry about it. Keep throwing up. Keep doing the fucking... bleh. Anybody going to be doing that? Any fucking therapist, any doctor who's going to claim that that's okay? I know, Rob, I know. No! Absolutely not. You need fucking help here and with medication. Okay? And sometimes they're fucking connected. So why are we supporting other people's delusions? I'm a cat. I'm a dog. No, you're fucking not. Hello, Matthew. No, you're fucking not. Period. Yeah, people are absolutely crazy. Abso-fucking-lutely. You're crazy. I guess. If critical thinking and logical thinking is crazy, then I guess I'm a fucking psychopath. Ugh. Yeah, absolutely. I get you. Being a teacher, I'm sure that you probably notice a lot of kids that need to be on medications, and their parents are probably like, "Oh, we don't do medications. We don't do pharmaceuticals." The great Shatana is the provider of the Earth Mother. Those fucking weirdos. Absolutely, Alex. I see that. I can see that. You nailed it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, well, did you know that man survived for decades without any pharmaceuticals, any medication? Yeah, did you know they were lucky if they saw 30? Like, the fuck are you talking about? Like your normal cold and flu medicines. A cold or a flu would end somebody's life back in the day without penicillin. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, Dan, I do not support anybody who puts threats on the President of the United States. So we're going to go ahead and screen grab that comment and screen grab your account, and we are going to be firing that off to the proper people who need to see it. That was a choice, Dan. That was a fucking choice. Why threaten the President of the United States? I don't get it. I don't get it. See, this is what I see a lot of different, like, let's be honest, liberal content creators doing. I think this was their plan. I think this was the plan of some Democrats, not all of them, but I believe that this was the plan of some Democrats, convincing psychotic people not to take their medicine, to just be them, right? I know conspiracy theory is fucking weird, right? But some Democrats, I believe that they wanted people to just be themselves and stop taking medications that they obviously need, reinforce their delusions and their mental illnesses and stuff like that. And then that way they can make snide little comments or stupid fucking videos calling for violence against people like Charlie Kirk and Donald Trump and any political adversary. And then these psychotic people would be like, well, these people like me. These people were my friends. They wouldn't steer me in the wrong direction. So maybe if I go and do what they're asking me to do, then they'll like me. They'll be my friends. They'll praise me. I'll be a hero. And so they are reinforcing people not to take their medications, and they're reinforcing their crazy delusions and their mental illnesses. I know it's a conspiracy theory, but it's just what I think. I mean, wouldn't that be some shit though? Because look at the people who tried to take out. I mean, the guy who tried to take out DJT, and the guy who took out Charlie Kirk. Like, you could definitely tell there's some mental deficiencies there, and that they probably were off their meds. And then you got all these other content creators, as we'll call them, or influencers, as they like to call themselves, who are making videos. I mean, just a day or two after what happened to Charlie Kirk, and they're putting like, "Oh, you got the wrong one, you got the wrong guy," and they're pointing to a fucking picture of Donald Trump. I mean, like, these people are actively doing that. maybe triggering some of these mentally ill people to be like, because they're not going to do it themselves because they're not psychotic. They're not crazy. I mean, something to chew on there. It's literally something to chew on. Because you have to be mentally fucked up to take a life of anybody. You have to be. You have to be mentally fucked up in the head to take the life of anyone. You don't need to be psychotic in that sense to commit murder or mass murder. No, to take away children's lives, to take away innocent people's lives, you got to be psychotic. You got to be you're mentally ill. You are mentally sick. Period. I don't give a fuck what side you're on. Republican, Democrat, MAGA, fucking, what's the left-wing whatevers. You have to be mentally psychotic, mentally ill in order to take the life of an innocent. You just have to be. Well, then if it's in self-defense, then that person's not an innocent person. It's like, I wouldn't be a psycho if somebody tried to bust into my house and I took their life, which would happen, by the way. We're in Texas. We got Second Amendment all over this place. Locked up tightly, out of reach for individuals in my house. Or you got to be really stupid and clumsy to kill an innocent. Yeah. So, I mean, this is just my take on that, right? So, I know it sounds crazy and it sounds like a conspiracy theory, but I think the Democratic Party, some of the Democratic Party wanted people to be off their meds to carry out their political shit. So the media could just pin it on some crazy dude who didn't take his meds. That's not a theory. That's their actual playbook. I don't know, man. I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of people validating and reinforcing other people's mental illness. And it's crazy that we would do such a thing. It is crazy that we would do such a thing. Oh, pop my neck, that felt good. Huh. I mean, because you can go and look on TikTok right now and you'll see these fucking people. You'll see them telling him, oh, the shooter should walk free, oh, he got the wrong guy. Or when it came to the assassination attempt of Donald Trump, people are out there being like, oh, missed it by that much. I mean, because, of course, they're not going to do it themselves. Because they're not crazy. They're fucking pieces of shit. But they're not fucking crazy. They're not going to go do it themselves. They could never. They would never. They're triggering the mentally ill people to go do it. The shooter of Charlie Kirk is facing the death penalty. So I don't know what you're talking about, Andrew. I'm looking at Trinity's comment right now and trying to figure out if that's a threat or not. Are you trying to say something, Trinity? Trinity the Chica, you got exactly 30 seconds or I'm going to take it as a threat. Your question about my kid. Was that a threat? Because if you're putting threats down on my children, trust me, there's nothing that you're going to be able to do to stop me from fucking destroying your entire life. Kitty Hart, trust me, over the past few days, because I spoke up for Charlie Kirk, you don't understand the amount of messages I get and the imprints that I've been getting from people. People are insinuating shit all the time. Hi, baby. I see you, Bonbon. I saw your message too. Dude, you guys are lucky. My wife is telling me to chill. My wife is telling me to chill out before I just really start being a dick. Bet you have a red hat in your collection somewhere. I don't, though. I don't. Oh, wait, you want me to say this right here into the mic? Watch this. Watch this. Hold on, Mark. Wait, was that Mark? No, that's Senzu YT. I think Donald Trump is out of his fucking mind. In no way, shape, or form do I believe Donald Trump should have been president. I didn't vote for Donald Trump either time that he ran for office. All 3 times, never voted for him. I didn't vote for the other people either, but that's because I felt that we were not getting the best of the best. I feel that we were getting who's less shittier. So none of them earned my vote. So I didn't vote. I wanted Ben Carson. Ben Carson would have been a fucking fantastic choice. But instead, our options were two people who wanted to seek power and attention. An ego boost. For what? President of the United States, Rodney. I wanted Ben Carson. Ben Carson would have been fucking phenomenal. But instead, we got stuck with two people who wanted power and an ego boost. And don't get me started on Kamala. Oh my God. What a shit dump that was, huh? I'm sorry. Any Democrats in here? Any Democrats or people left-leaning? Anybody? I'm curious. Anybody Democratic left-leaning in here? Anyone at all? You? Okay. Nobody's gonna be disrespectful. Nobody's gonna be rude. Creepers, Zena, so that's one. Kitty Hart, that's two. Okay. Libertarian here. Okay. Me. Okay. Cool. We got a few Democratic people in here, right? Be real. I want just honest to God answer, okay? And nobody's gonna say anything rude or disrespectful because they'll get kicked for good, permanent, okay? Honest to God, if you had your choice of a candidate to run against Donald Trump, would it be Kamala Harris? I want only Democrats to answer. Only Democrats to answer. The Democratic people in here, those are the only answers that I want. Hell no, God no. No. So, okay, so do you feel robbed and cheated the way that they just forced her in there? Yeah. So you see why she could not win? Because, yeah, fair enough, Kitty. Because when I talk to a lot of my friends who are on the Democratic side, right? When I talk to a lot of my friends, they're just like, fuck no, I didn't vote for that bitch. I would never vote for that bitch. That bitch is fucking psycho. That bitch is just Joe Biden's stepdaughter, basically. And they're just planting her there because they know they could go through her and just do everything that they were doing, which is not how I want things done. Because a lot of people, a lot of Democrats even, were saying they do not approve of Joe Biden at the end of his term, the last 2 years of his term. They're like, no, I can't support the guy. I think the guy has gone off the deep end. I think he's a little psycho. I talked to a lot of different people, and they said they, one, would have never, ever had Kamala run against Donald Trump. One, because there's no way in fuck she could win. And two, because she's not good for the Democratic Party. They would have never, ever chose her. They would have chose somebody different. You know? So I respect you guys' honesty. The Democrats who were in here, I respect the honesty that you weren't like people like Dean Withers or Harry Sisson or like them who are just like, oh, whoever the Democratic Party is, I'm gonna suck it up and act like it's the greatest person in the fucking world. I really appreciate your honesty. That's amazing to see. And any more Dems in here? Okay, where are my Dems at? Are my Democrats still in here? Okay. Because remember, I'm an independent here. Okay, so if my Democrats are still in here, this is a question again for the Democrats. Only the Democrats. Do you believe what happened to Charlie Kirk was not good? Was a fucked up thing? Do you believe that what happened to Charlie Kirk was disgusting? Absolutely. Okay. It was fucked up. Yes. Okay. So, because right now what I see is we are all, we can all have differences of opinions, and America is getting divided by two and everything like that. But the more stuff that we can agree on, the better it is for us as a country, and it's worse for the government, right? So that's essentially what Charlie Kirk was doing. You may not like the guy, you may not like his policies, you may not like his religion, you may not like him as a person. But if we all can agree that all gun violence is bad, all political violence is bad, then that's amazing. I'm so glad that we can come together and have that discussion, and we can all agree on something, because it's been 10 years, guys, 10 years since we all agreed on something. We've been forced into a position of, if you believe what they said over here, then you're against me. If you're not my friend, then you're my enemy. When the truth of the matter is, there's so much gray area where we could be like, yeah, you know what? This is good, or this is bad. Well, this sucks, or this is great. If we can get to agree on more and more things, the way that the people could seize the power back of the United States of America, demanding more from our presidential candidates, not sucking their dick. Not saying everything that they do is amazing. Not saying that everything they do is perfect and they don't fuck up, they don't stumble, they don't make the bad choices. If we force the United States to put us in front of real candidates, and have us choose between who's the best, rather than what we've gotten the last 3 elections, which is who's shittier, y'all, dude, bring back first term Obama and Mitt Romney. Put those 2 fucking choices in front of people. Holy shit. That was a good one. That one was a good one. That was hard to determine who would have been best for the job. We weren't picking the lesser of 2 evils. Absolutely, James. Absolutely, buddy. Holy shit. Whether you were on the right or left or whatever, it didn't matter. That was 2 incredible candidates. And if anybody said it was easy to choose, then they're one of those people like, I'm red until I'm dead, or blue no matter who kind of people, and they're not critical thinkers. We don't need them thinking for us in the United States of America. But the majority of people were like, I don't know, man. Obama, Mitt Romney. If you could sit and think for 3 seconds, because both choices are so good, if you're sitting there for 3 seconds like, man, I just don't know, I'm leaning a little bit more this way, that lets you know that America put the proper people up in front of us. Kirk was a hate monger. Just listen with. So he did what he did just because he loved hate. Is that what you're saying, Vicky? He did what he did because he loved hate? Oh, honey. Oh, sweetie. I don't even know what to tell you. What did he say that was hateful, Vicky? Please enlighten me. Enlighten me, Vicky. What did he say that was hateful? I want to know, Vicky, what you believe that he said that was hateful. No, I'm not going to slap Vicky. I'm having a dialogue with her if she wants to. Charlie Kirk was standing before a camera for revenue. You think so? Wick, you think so? How did it start? Because don't forget, he created Turning Point USA from his garage. Did the money just start flowing in instantly before he even put up a camera? Or did he do it and it turned into a business? A nonprofit, by the way. We all start somewhere. Okay, so Wick, let me give you this idea, okay? Okay. Let me give you a personal anecdote. When I started social media, I did it for funsies. I did it to get people to laugh. I did it because it made me happy. And then all of a sudden it turned into something. I understand, Krusty. It turned into something. So am I a bad person now that I get paid for it? Does that make me a bad person? Does that make me an asshole? Because it turned into something. You know? So you saying that he did it for money, yeah, absolutely, Russ. Just because I don't see you influence other people, well, a lot of my DMs might be on the contrary to that. James. Thank you so much, James. So, I mean, I may not influence people with their voting or whatever, but I influence people to smile. I influence people to not self-delete that day. I have an inbox. My wife here, she goes through all my shit. She reads all my DMs because I don't. I do not read any DMs. I have nothing to do with my DMs. Okay? My wife, she reads all them all, and she sends me the ones that are, positive, uplifting, everything. And she will tell you that the amount of DMs that I get, people saying, you saved my life today. Today was a really bad day. I sat in a chair and I just so happened to be scrolling through TikTok or YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. And I saw your video and it made me laugh. It made me smile. It made me realize that people are human and today is no different from any other day, that I can do this. So tell me again how I might not influence. I might not do the political influence, but there is influence on different sides, okay? There's influence of food, like what's his face? Keith Lee. Keith Lee, he's a food influencer. I would give him that title, the food influencer. Me, I'm a content creator. I don't think I'm right at influencer level yet, but I am a content creator. And my content is to make people laugh, make people smile, influence them to have a good day. Do you know how many people wake up first thing in the morning looking for my videos? Did Quinn post today? Did Quinn post today? Thank you, James. So, I mean, just because then Charlie Kirk created a business, Charlie Kirk created a business, doesn't make him a bad guy. Okay? It doesn't make him a bad person because he created a business. He turned away more money than you and I will ever see in our lifetimes. $150 million to be exact. He's turned away because they wanted to influence him to say something different and say certain things. And he said, no, thanks. $150 million. One check, ready to go right now. He said, no, I do not abandon my morals or my beliefs for money. So, I mean, when you hear somebody say that, or it wasn't even him. He didn't even talk about it. Candace Owens did. She told everybody that Charlie Kirk said no to $150 million to push pro-Israel things or something of that nature. And Charlie Kirk said no. You're not buying me. So when I hear that, that lets me know that he's not doing it for the money. Does money come with it? Sure. But his main goal was to get us all talking. We should all be talking and not be so quick to scream at one another. That was Charlie Kirk's goal. How can you argue with a man like that? How can you argue with a man like that? I have seen people blatantly insult him to his face. Blatantly say horrific shit to him about his wife, about his children. And he comes back with, I'm sorry you feel that you need to say something of that nature. That is not appropriate. Get the fuck out of my line. Except he didn't say fuck. He didn't curse. Even when Jolly Good Ginger, that fucker, went up to him at some event and started, with you fucking fascist, oh you fucking piece of shit, blah, 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 blah. He's like, what? I'm the one being calm and respectful. Why do you feel you need to swear at me? Why do you feel you need to do this? If you want to have a discussion, I'm here for a discussion. But you don't need to swear. You don't need to scream at me. You don't need a name call. We can always have a discussion. No, I'll make you stop just like this. So, I mean, this is the type of person that they are celebrating died. Somebody who's caring, kind, slow to anger. I think they got him once yelling at somebody. One time. No. He yelled at a racist piece of shit who said that the United States of America, when it was founded, that it was for European men only, meaning white people. He's like, white with good stock or whatever. And Charlie Kirk said, fuck you, get the fuck out of my line. He didn't say fuck you, but he was just like, this is the bullshit. This is those things that do not belong in conservative values. Get out of my line. He yelled at him and he kicked him out of his event. Somebody who was blatantly racist. White supremacists hated Charlie Kirk. They hated him. But you guys don't, I mean, not you guys, but people don't understand that white supremacists actually hated Charlie Kirk. They fucking despised him. And there's that little viral clip going around saying that Charlie Kirk said a word, a racial slur. Oh my God, that one was so easy to debunk. Holy shit. There's this guy, who's part of the Young Turks. The Young Turks. Thank you, Kat. The Young Turks. Does anybody know the host's name? Anybody know that host's names? Cenk. His name is Cenk. And he was in the audience watching Charlie Kirk debate, And he decided to stand his fat ass up and start running his fat fucking mouth at Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk already knew who the fuck he was. And Charlie Kirk was like, I live every single day as a capitalist, Chenk. People thought he was saying the other word with an Asian slur, using an Asian slur. Yeah. But people aren't showing you the fucking video. See, you convince so many people. There's not you, sorry, but you know what I mean. People convince so many other people to be like, wait, you're telling me this guy was blatantly racist, this guy was blatantly misogynistic, this guy was blatantly this, that, and the fucking third, and he has millions upon millions upon millions of supporters, which doesn't make any fucking sense because there's no way none of this would be seen. There's no way. So they started diving deep into these little edited out clips. And they started going deeper and deeper and deeper and be like, you guys are full of shit. Charlie Kirk wasn't saying this. He didn't say it like that. What the fuck are you talking about? One of the young Turks, yeah. So, I mean, there was I guess the dude Chank got upset because Charlie asked how much this other person was being paid, like what was his salary or some shit. And then Chank got upset about that. He felt that was an inappropriate question. He stood up and he was like, well, what the fuck do you make then? Blah, blah, blah. And then he was just like, it just went from there. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and so it forces people, which, we got to be grateful for those people. You know what I'm saying? We got to be grateful to those people because people who are, looking at all this and they're like, well, yeah, well, this guy was an asshole, right? Well, no, not if I dig. Let me go look. There's no way. And they start looking and then they see who Charlie Kirk really was. And they're just like, Charlie Kirk was a good dude. We don't have to agree on things, but he was a good dude. He was a nice guy. He was a polite guy. You know what I'm saying? The puppy's doing good. Thank you. The podcast show doesn't like when somebody hits their valet. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Sosa, that person is one of those people who are too scared to actually say shit on a video and suffer repercussions from that. They're always that kind of people. Private account, no followers, no this, that, and the third. They're hiding their accounts and everything because they don't want to be held accountable for what they say. And it is like crazy. What's up, X-Man? It's not them being evil. It's them being satire and rage baiting. That's all it is. They're not truly evil. These are not people with any kind of intellectual property to even be considered evil. Intellectual property of the mind or education. They're just doing it to rage bait. They're just doing it to get some recognition, probably because they had a very unfulfilling life. Mom and dad probably never paid attention to them, so they had to act out radically to get attention, and that's the only thing that they actually know. So that's kind of my view on it. When it first started out, so when I first started seeing these videos making fun of Charlie Kirk, those were the people that I was like, you guys need to be fucking taken care of. Like, you guys are the actual scum human beings. And then after that, after it went viral to make fun of Charlie Kirk, that's when people started jumping on the train of doing that just to be satire, just to be cringy, just to rage bait. And that's more or less why you guys haven't heard a list anymore or anything like that. It's because that's all these people wanted to do. They just wanted to rage bait. They just wanted to get recognized. They just wanted people to know their name and shit like that. It is literally such a pathetic thing to do, to try and be famous on social media. I mean, right now, that value to everyone, is so crazy to me. We got to be famous on social media. We got to go crazy on social media, get this money up from social media. But when you realize, when you start making videos, and then you start barely qualifying for making monetary gain and everything like that, you're barely breaking into it. You're really not making much. Unless you are a top streamer, a top content creator, you're not making anything more than what your monthly bills are. Realistically, I've been at this for 5 years now, and I would say the last 3 years. So it took me about 2 years. And the last 3 years, I've been able to make enough money to sustain my bills. That's it. People assume, oh, he has 5 million followers on TikTok. He must be making hella bank. No. No, truth be told, no. Oh, he's got 250,000 on YouTube. He must be killing it. No. Instagram, fucking $500,000. I think I cashed out like $60 this month from Instagram. Because Instagram is more of photos, not reels, not videos. They want photos. And Facebook, it's up and down. You never know. Some days, some months I make really good money. Some months I make astonishingly bad money. It's so up and down. It's so fucking crazy. I can't stand Facebook. Thank you, James. Have a good night, bro. I'm about to jump off of here as well. But yeah, I kind of wanted to put. I've just been seeing that those people saying, "Oh, why should we have empathy for Charlie?" when he said he didn't believe in empathy. I'm like, well, you can't have empathy for Charlie because you weren't shot. Because people don't understand the difference between empathy and sympathy. And Charlie said that empathy was just some made up new age term that works really well in politics, but he likes to go by sympathy. You can have sympathy for somebody because you are never going to truly be able to feel exactly what somebody is feeling. I kind of like when you get all fired up. You like when I get all fired up. And so when you say, well, we can't have empathy for Charlie, good, you can't. Because you haven't been fucking shot. You can have sympathy for Charlie. These people just don't understand that. I like it better here. TikTok is so toxic. It absolutely is so toxic. I'm actually. Oh, thank you so much, Clarissa. I have so. Oh my God. I'm so angry that Donald Trump extended it. And is going to buy it. I'm upset about it. I'm upset about it because I think TikTok is one of those platforms that just needs to go. And that's my biggest platform. That's my 5 million followers platform. And I'm saying it needs to go. Fucking can't stand TikTok, man. It's all rage bait. It's all sales. It's all, oh, look at the TikTok shop, guys. The TikTok shop. And rage bait and bullshit and God bless, dude. It is so. I'm so over fucking TikTok. What about Snapchat? I don't do Snapchat. I don't believe any married man should have Snapchat. Snapchat and Twitter, 2 things a married man should never have. Yeah, I have Instagram. Threats, harassments, etc. Yeah. I agree with you with that statement. I think, I mean, because even if you're just a normal content creator over there, right? Just a normal content creator. You post silly videos, you do this, you do that, you do the third. What always finds its way into your fucking comment threads, your comment section. No, it's not even trolls. I can deal with trolls. Trolls are trolls. They're going to be on every fucking platform ever. They're always going to be there. It's fucking porn. Somebody's posting in your comment section for their spicy site or whatever they're calling it now. Like, that's all. That's all. I mean, you're going to be, when that kind of thing is allowed, you're going to get those people. You know, on a platform that those things are allowed, you're going to get those people. And they're going to use your comment section. If you go viral or whatever, they're going to use your comment section to promote their shit, their OF accounts. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's great. I mean, I believe that if you are a married man, you should not have Snapchat and you should not have X or Twitter or whatever the fuck it's called now. You shouldn't have it. Banned on most channels. Fair enough. Maybe I'm getting old. No, Lacey, no, I get it. I get it. Yep, I mean, I will credit TikTok as in they have been really cracking down on that. And they seem to be like the only app doing so, is really cracking down on that kind of stuff. And they're just basically not allowing it. Oh, so amazing. Oh, so amazing. My Facebook jail is like 90 days again. I was actually just demonetized on one of my my Facebook pages. Just demonetized for what? I don't fucking know. You get one hit over there and they're like, oh, taking away your monetization. I don't know if it's a fucking like for good or if it's just for a certain amount of time. I don't know. So I'm not even posting over there on that page. I'm posting on my Quinn Pratt page, but that page, no, I don't post. The Get Fucked Karen page. Facebook is petty, yep. Facebook is a massive vote for reach. See, here's the thing. I've never gotten a strike on my YouTube. Never. No, not true. Once. Once I got a strike, but that was years and years and years and years ago. All right, Wick, have a good one. Anyway, I think that's it for me. I'm not really engaging as much. That's why there's only 77 people in here. You know, I'm a little tired. I'm going to go to bed early tonight. I deserve it. I need it. So I love you guys. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you to everybody who was here at the beginning and stayed all the way to the end. Thank you to everybody who was being respectful. A bunch of people have been kicked because they were not being respectful and everything. Yes, I know my hairline is a joke, but I appreciate everyone. I really do. Have a good night, guys. All right?